Alright, first off, I want to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kodash. The honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who ruled well. Shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways pushing this word in all sincerity and truth. The sisters, the believers, the helps, the hopeful elect. Shalom. This is Brother Aaron from the James Biblical Camp coming to another quick lesson. And this lesson is regarding to the parable of the leaven, and in this sense and this parable, the word the reference of leaven is used in a positive sense, in a good sense. Usually when leaven is used as a similitude or illustration, it usually has the connotation of corruption. But in this breakdown, it's actually used for something good, representing how being infused with the understanding of the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, the church will grow. But not only the church, but also the individual, similar to this parable. I did a video on it earlier, right? The parable of the mustard seed. All right, so let's just get into this. This is Matthew 13 verse 33. It says, another parable spake he unto them, the kingdom of heaven is like unto leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal till the whole was leavened. All right, so let's just get into a couple of these words. And it says what it's like unto that hid in a meal. So okay, I should have noted that first, right? It's like unto leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal, right? So let me see. Like unto leaven, it says leaven. It gives the negative connotation here. It says the metaphor of inveterate mental and moral corruption due in its tendency to infect others. But that's not the definition that's being used here. I'm going to show you in a sec. It says leaven is applied to that substance which is small in quantity, yet thoroughly pervades a thing by its influence. And if you know anything about baking, or know anything about raising agents such as leaven, you'd have a small dough or ball of flour that has leaven in it. When you just need that dough, and you let it sit for a while, and it gets very very big over time. So that's the level of influence that it has. And it doesn't need a lot. I've baked bread a few times, and I can tell you, you don't need a lot of raising agent to really get a lot of dough out of a small amount of flour, right? It says the New Testament uses it in both a positive, and it gives the reference Matthew 13 and 33, which I'm reading right now, or a negative sense, and it gives the example of little leaven at the whole lump. All right, so when you go down here and you go to the section, it's down here where it says either in a good sense, as in the parable Matthew 13:33 and Luke 13:21, which is pretty much the same same situation. It gives reference to this word right here, right? Which is zymo, right? It says to leaven, to mix leaven with dough so as to make it ferment. And when you go down here, it says which refers to the saving power of the gospel, from which from a small beginning will gradually prevail and transform. It says the whole human race, but it transforms the elect, inwardly. It makes us perfect. It makes us grow in the spirit. But not only the elect, from an individual standpoint, but the nation on a whole, the camps on a whole, right? The nation will be saved through the small beginning of the gospel. In Ezekiel, the elect is made to reference of what? The little sanctuary, but the elect is what is gonna have the the biggest effect on the earth, because we to will be saved on this side, and the unbelievers will come back in the kingdom through the elect. But not only that, we will be the ones who will be establishing the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Shai, which we are ushering a new kingdom. We are the ones that are going to make the biggest change in history through Yahweh Shem Shai, and have the making Israel the greatest influence in on the face of the earth. Just like now you have various superpowers, chiefly America, which has so much influence and sway over the earth. Israel is gonna have a greater status and power and influence than that. But it all look how it started. It all started through what? Through Yahweh Shai, through Yahweh Shem Shai, and the preaching and the pushing of this gospel. All right. So let me go back here. Right, it says which took and hid in 3 measures of meal. Let me just check right here. Meal, wheat, flour. All right, so it's still going back to flour measures. All right, dry, yeah, because you add it dry, the leaven, right? It says still 11, and this is the same word right here, zymo. If you realize at the top where the word leaven was used, it was zyme, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And down here where it says the whole till it was leavened, right? It says the word there is zymo, and it says the word for whole is all, whole, complete, which the word complete goes back to what? Perfection, right? It says whole or all that is complete. It's complete in its extent, in its amount, in time or degree. So if we let's say that in order for for a fruit to ripe, it needs to once it bears, it needs to stay on the tree for 10 days, and then it's ripe. When that 10 day comes along, then it's perfect, it's whole, because it has fully matured, right? And it's the same thing with elect. Whatever the amount of pressure and the amount of refinement that we need, once we got that perfect measure within our spirit, based on where we need to be, based on the trials that we go through, that's what's going to make us whole. But it all starts through these scriptures, applying these scriptures and growing, these scriptures growing within us, or us growing in the spirit. As a matter of fact, I'm going to read this last part again. It says, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal till the whole was leavened, right? And I'm gonna get the precept right here. It says perfect. So okay, be perfect. Search. This is Matthew 5 verse 48. It says, be ye therefore perfect as your Father which is in heaven is perfect. And let's look on this word perfect. Right, that's the Greek word right there. It says, brought to its end, finish, wanting nothing necessary to completeness. Right, and it go down to definition 4. It says, that which is perfect, consummate human integrity and virtue, of men full grown, adult of full age, mature. Right, various applications of labor, growth, mental and moral character. Right, so when we're completed in the spirit, based on how the Lord wants us to be complete, getting rid of the bad attributes, you know our faith being at the right level, the old man being purged, right? And we're brought to that being brought to that level where the Lord needs us to be within the Spirit. That's it right here. Down here it says what? It says of mind and character, one who has reached the proper height of virtue and integrity. That is it. That's exactly what it is right there. So where we in these trials and tribulations are there to bring us to the proper height of virtue and integrity, you know, in molding our mind and character through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. But it all starts with this word. It all starts, with the faith that has been given and the understanding of these scriptures, and we build upon the things that we have learned little by little and grow in the spirit until we get to that level within the spirit. All right, and it starts with the individual, but it also refers to Israel as a whole being perfect. So, with this, really hope that this was edifying. Once more, to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Bashem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways pushing this word in all sincerity and truth. The sisters, the believers, the helps, the hopeful elect. Shalom.